Hello and welcome to the Whimsical Dark with K.L. Patrick. So today we are going to talk about one of my favorite books in recent history. And it's actually the first physical book I've read in a long time. It kept me connected and s- like invested the whole time. And it is Ghost Eaters by McLeod Chapman. So first off, look at that cover. So freaking cool. I also got to meet Clay very briefly and got my copy signed by him, which is really cool. So what do I love about that book specifically? Like, what is it that makes that book that makes Ghost Eaters so compelling and keeps you on the edge of your seat all the way through? I think there's a lot of things. Um, First and foremost, I think it's relatable. It's in the long run, it's about addiction. That's what it's about. It's about how our addictions, whether it's to drugs, alcohol, people, and the need to be connected with those people, all of that turns into this one thing, and it's something that we all deal with. So it's just crazy to really go through and read because Erin is dealing with the death of her ex-boyfriend, Silas, and he's found this new drug, and it supposedly makes you see the people you want to see or makes you see dead people. And there seems to be many reasons for this. And Erin goes on such an adventure, and it's such a wild ride of what is real, what is not, what is just hallucinating, what is going on. And it takes place in my home state of Virginia, specifically in Richmond. And I had an aunt who lived out there, so I'm okay. I'm semi familiar with Richmond. And it's one of those things where I'm like, that's so cool. Anytime there's anything written about my area, so to say, I always enjoy it. And that's why I like writing about the Appalachian Mountains myself, because it's where I am. And I'm sure there are people who will understand and they'll enjoy it as well. So I've taken all this, I've read through it all in roughly a day and a half. Like, I haven't read a book like that since Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix when I was in sixth grade. Read the whole thing in a night, and then my teacher didn't believe me that I read it. And as time's gone on, I've become such a slow reader. So the fact that this kept me going was very impressive to me. And just the thought of how different it feels. It's a very interesting, odd little book, but I really enjoyed it. And the idea of seeing your loved ones, despite them being gone through a mushroom, is kind of crazy. And so much goes on. Aaron ends up so many places, but I think the central question becomes, what will we do for those we love? What will we do to see them again after tragedy? And I think that's a very human thing, and addiction and so on can lead us in different directions because I think we all have those people that we are connected to the point where we want to keep going. We don't want them to ever leave. We don't want that world to fall apart. For me specifically, like one besides my wife is my grandmother. I lost her probably, I think it was early 2021. So 5 years ago. It's either that or 2020. And I lost my uncle right before her, but my grandmother was our rock growing up. When and it makes me think, what would I do to be able to see and talk with her again? Would I get haunted with the rest of them if there is that chance? If there is that possibility that I could see her again? And truthfully, I don't know. Uh, but it got me really thinking. And if you haven't read this book, you should. And I would suggest getting a physical copy because it's just so incredibly deep, and it moves a lot faster than I would have ever expected it to. But check out this book. It's an incredible read, and I hope everybody does look into it because I can't suggest it enough. It's one of those things where it just keeps me thinking. A part of me wants to go back and read it again, and it's so cool that I now have a copy that's my original copy that's signed by Clay. And I'm so happy with the work. It's like the ability to have that, to meet him and talk to him, even if it was brief because he had something to do. It was at AuthorCon. But anyway, it was a fun read. You should check it out. Like, check it out as soon as you can because it's one of those that it will stick with you. There's a lot going on there, and it will make you think, it'll make you wonder, it'll make you question. And I think that's important. I always say, because I studied philosophy in my undergrad, and question everything comes to mind a lot. And I love thinking about things in that way. But anyway, have you read the book? Let me know in the comments or what have you. And I'll have something else for you next week. But I hope you check it out. And I need to actually read more of Clay's work. Uh, but all in all, it's a fantastic read, and you should check it out as soon as you can. So, in the end, this has been Logan, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.